Welcome to Talking Hogs, the only show. Someone else do it. I just at this point I'm
The
repeating.
only
Welcome to Talking
podcast.
Hogs, the only show that's got a twofer for your pooper. How's
Yeah,
that?
that one's good. Aaron, you got
Okay.
another one?
I was the only podcast that loves to continuously shoot themselves in the dick.
Look, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just at point blank range too. It's just like I'm holding it up for money.
God.
I'm putting the tip of the gun in the foreskin. We're starting off hot.
I want to feel the burn of the barrel inside the
what's
urethra.
fun? You know what's fun is if you put the tip of the gun in the foreskin, you'll never see it, but there's a brief moment where the gun explosion blows your foreskin up like a little balloon, and that's fun.
I was thinking almost like a Chinese finger trap where you can't pull the gun back out.
Yeah, push in, stupid. Push in, and then you can get it out.
You got to push them tighter together. So my sickness has now jumped to my wife. I think there's only one child left now who hasn't had it.
There's only one child left.
I'm glad the rest of that sentence was there.
Yeah. The thing is, dude, it's like it's some kind of flu demon, but like when Silas tested for everything, it was like I guess maybe super child strength. They were like, he just needs to like lay down for a few days and here's a breathe. Yeah, he might want if y'all got breathing treatment and here's some over the counter cough meds and blah blah blah. And we got Silas home and he looks like a like a radioactive experiment. He's just radiating sickness. He's like, when am I supposed to go back to school? And I'm like, the doctor said he could go back tomorrow, and I don't know how. He's
The
just
doctor
like,
said never.
he's like, we'll see about that. Like the next morning, and he's like already hacking. I'm like, okay, then I get it, and I'm pretty. It feels like COVID, dude. It feels just like COVID, but it's not. It's
Well, they're not getting any funding for COVID anymore, so it's not COVID anymore. It's go lay down.
yeah, it's now called the Go Lay Downs.
Yeah, go lay down.
Ever since Christmas, like it's been one of us or the other has been like sick. Like something is happening. I think we're gonna have to burn the house down and start from scratch.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a ritual cleansing or something, just give me a holler. Maybe that'll help.
It was called habitual cleansings, dude. It's just when you scream.
Ritual cleansing is 60% of my search history on the internet.
Yeah, you're gonna clean this kitchen up, aren't you?
Oh yeah, cast all them demons out. What is that? Iron in the windows? Oh, I'm so hot right now.
They hate Fabuloso.
They do. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, they do.
Ghosts hate Fabuloso, dude.
Just I support your ability to practice your own religion. Just keep it out of my face, please.
Please.
Fair enough. No Fabuloso in Aaron's house. You got it.
Oh,
isn't that kind of funny? I've started to kind of realize that how like some people don't realize that's two sides of the same coin. It's like, they'll decry anyone's like, please, hey, stop talking about Jesus to my kids. That's fine. I don't mind if you practice your religion on your terms, on your time. That's totally cool. As long as you're not hurting anyone else by shoving it down their throat. Just, hey, there's a time and a place for it. Now, there is no other reason that you would have had a knock on your window other than a serious hate that's coming for your life and your loved ones. No, shut up. You're wrong. That's the only possibility. And you're going to have to deal with this or you're going to die. It's like, maybe there's a little common thread here in the zealotry of the things you believe and want to be true.
All right, listen, that's fine. And that's fine. I respect your right to be eaten by a Wendigo. Okay, that's your right. That's your American right.
To me. Hey, if you want to burn for an eternity in hell, then that's your choice, my friend.
It is. Dude, and I respect your choice. Like my mother says to me, I just love you and I just want what's best for you.
Exactly. I'm the only one that's right.
Heaven is the best. So who wouldn't want that?
Yeah. I used to yell that at her all the time. It's like, well, you love Jesus so much. Why are you fighting so hard not to meet him? Why don't you go get there right now? Get out of my room. I'm listening to Linkin Park.
Now that's a good thing too. at least Christians have the nicety to give you an alternative. If you listen to me, at least you get heaven. Where's witch warlock heaven? Where's the good part if I listen to you?
First
Where's
of
the
all, you don't.
reward?
Okay, you don't get a heaven. Okay, you don't get that. But level 1, Eldritch Blast. Okay, that's a
There,
D10 of
okay.
damage. That's a D10. That's the highest damage you can do with a cantrip at level 1. I don't see where the loss is.
Now, how do you do it? You would consider, I think, by any
I'm
means.
not level 1. See, I don't have any levels in Warlock. I just have spellcasting initiate. I'm still level 0. I'm still
Where's
working on it.
Melinda's Eldritch Blast? I want to see it.
I got 2 levels in monk, but I got just a dabbling. I just picked up spellcasting initiate. It's not a big deal. But you know what's funny? You mentioned that, Aaron. While we're on the subject, I find that irony all the time in these witchier groups or message boards or Reddits or Discords that I'm in, where it's like somebody gets on there and everybody's collected around this pagan ritual of we are all part of a church. We didn't like it. We've looked for alternative spirituality. But yeah, and maybe it's because they were so ingrained in it. There are these deep divisive lines and gullies between, well, you need to be doing it like this and you need to be doing it like that. And well, like, yeah, you can't just have
Different
opinion-based
denominations.
medicine. You can't just go into a doctor's office and be like, I feel like you should be taking cancer medicine, you know? But at the same time, it's like, hey guys, we all came here because we were persecuted and subjugated, and now you're just persecuting and subjugating some more. Can we just stop? Can we just not?
It does speak to, I think, most people want control in
Sure.
a world that is chaos. You want something to tell you there's an answer for this. It's going to be okay.
Well, yeah, and not to get too heady about it, but that is at its core what witchcraft is control over chaotic world, is trying to exercise your will to manifest things that make a little bit more sense or a little bit more beneficial to you. At least when you pray in witchcraft, things happen. It's not like that hokey pokey Jesus shit where it's just like, here's a coupon for the pancake breakfast. Sorry, your grandma died.
What
So there's
happens
that.
though?
And he's like,
I'm
you
just
can
interested.
well, I mean, it depends on who you are and what you're trying to do, but you can move luck in your direction. You can make things appear to you and come to you in your life that may or may not have otherwise happened. It's like, in my head, it's like a game of Plinko where the chip's moving down all these little rungs. And the witchcraft of it is just nudging it a little bit, one rung to the left or the right, or in some cases, several rungs. But either way, you're affecting the outcome of where the chip initially falls. Now, is it always going to fall in the exact slot you want it to? More often than not, no. But will it fall in a slot that brings you to that goal you're looking for? And yeah, I get it. It's retroactive. It's the same way as like looking at a
Right,
Nostradamus
I
poem
get
or
it.
quatrain and going backwards and being like, see, it worked because that thing happened, you know?
Exactly. God
So,
works in mysterious ways. Miracles
right.
happen. Got it.
Correct. I mean, yeah, it is essentially, and you have to be careful. The one thing I will give witchcraft credit for is the subjective reasoning to go back and analyze, or at least I do. Like, not everything's fucking witchcraft. Like, if I'm broke and I find a $5 bill on the ground, it's not always witchcraft. And sometimes it's just luck or happenstance or just sheer coincidence. But sometimes you manifest things and things pop up that shouldn't be there. I've seen things work and I've seen charlatans. So I mean, there's two sides to that coin all the time.
You know, when I hear the term witch heaven through this
Ooh,
entire conversation, I was imagining what witch heaven would be. I would imagine you die, turn into a raven, and then you kind of appear in a thick woods, and it's just witch heaven is just a series of trees with winding branches that interconnect. And that to me is
sounds
what witch heaven is.
that is a romantic witch heaven. I imagine more of a witch heaven as like a Spencer's Gifts, you
Okay.
know.
That's a
Yeah.
But
good
it's
one.
just that's why just an epic mall wide Spencer's Gift. Nothing but crystals and essential oils and maps of the planets and stars. It's a wonderful tapestry.
Mine's similar. I think Witch Heaven to me is just the commune in the woods. Everyone's it's just naked orgy.
That also fun.
Welcome to witch heaven.
Hey, what that kind of what would you guys? I was going to ask, since Casey and the fam is sick and they've been sick, what are some home remedies? And it doesn't necessarily have to just be witch. What are some ways that Talking Hogs can help people going through these turbulent, sick times at home because the flu and the coof be about in this season? What are some home remedies that we can give people to help them out?
You want
We've
real ones, or you want funny ones, or something in between?
Oh, good. Let your heart lead you. What are some elixirs
this
that
is
people can make at home? Like mine, I'll go ahead. I think you've got to look your body inside through its eye and just burn it out. When I say
yeah.
burn it out, like there's the obvious choice, people like fire eaters. They're literally burning the badness out, but not everybody can eat fire. So, there's more than one way to cook. I'm talking about acids like citric acid, mix emergency every citric fruit in your house, orange, lemon, lime. If you have concentrate, that's fine. Hot sauce, and just down that. And it's gonna burn, it's gonna hurt. But let me ask you, does your body hurt on the reg? It
Yeah, that's the
shouldn't.
biggest.
That's
That's a
you
good.
getting rid of impurities.
That's a way to go. That's a very medieval approach to it. I say we continue that thread all the way down. Anything that makes your body hurt, good for you. Anything that makes you shit,
Okay. All
good
right.
for you. Anything that makes you
Exactly.
piss or bleed out of non-open wounds, good for you.
Diarrhea is evil leaving the body.
Have to balance your
Absolutely.
humors. There are 3 biles: yellow, black, and I imagine rainbow bile.
Oh
The
God.
Forgotten Rainbow Brought spinoff, and all
What
3 of those
what
must
is
maintain in balance.
what is diarrhea but an oil change for the body? That's what you have to
Indeed,
replenish with electrolytes and water
you
because you're
got to
flushing all the old oil out. And
yeah,
you got to put the new back in, dude.
you
And
got to
that's all
regrow them
diarrhea is.
bones.
Some cars
Yeah,
That's
just get a
just
lot more oil changes.
that's just science. If you don't change your oil, then you're gonna kill your car.
Your car is your ass, and your oil is the shit. If
okay.
you,
So
for those keeping up at home,
my body is a 1992 Hyundai Elantra.
my body is much like a Buick, like a 1970 style Buick. It goes. I mean, it'll get you there. It doesn't look great, and
And it
people
may not
won't
be where
necessarily
you
want to
want to
hang
go.
with you. But God, that amount of scrap that you get from me, though.
I give you some scrap now. Oh, sell me for parts, baby.
I for
Yeah,
one
you got real
believe
leaky tailpipe.
wholeheartedly. I believe wholeheartedly in the healing power of onions. I feel like there's not
Here
enough
we go.
onions in medicine anymore.
Do
Onions
you?
in your socks
I was
for
gonna say,
one.
guess what? Guess what we've done? There's a few
Onion.
plates in the house where there's cut up onions just sitting
Yep,
out.
onions. Yep. We put onions in the socks. Now, a fun one to do, and it's also a delicious snack. Get you some peeled garlic cloves, get you some red onion, about a half an onion, chop it up real fine, put it in a jar, cup, maybe 2 of honey, let it sit in there and ferment for about a week or two, burping it at least once a day, open it up, let some of them gases out. And that's a good cough remedy because there's natural antimicrobials in the garlic and in the onions and such. And the honey
We've done
makes it
that
just a
one
good syrup.
too.
So it's good for sore throats and cougars and such. Now, I mean, if you need actual medical attention, please go to a fucking doctor. But those little things, do work. Onions in the socks, I believe, do work. Vicks Vapo Rub,
Yep.
put on your socks and shoes and sealed up like a Ziploc bag into bed.
Garlic cloves over your eyes at night.
That's just for bags under your eyes. I've been using it and it's working.
Yes.
Gives me
Hey
great health.
girl, uh, drinking a lot of tea,
Again,
like
anything that makes you piss.
and like cracking, like literally grinding black pepper into tea. Um,
That's how you activate what is it? That's for real. The a little black pepper is what activates shit. Is it? You know what? They're all good. Add ginger,
yeah.
cayenne,
Oh yeah.
and grind up some fennel. Add black pepper to all that. It activates some of that.
And it's delicious.
That's kind of like the tea combos. We'll get like some like Breathe Comfort and then a ginger turmeric tea bag. Then we'll do some fresh ginger, squirt lime. We got local honey, a nice spoonful of that, cracked pepper,
Yep.
and it's just
Now, also a great marinade. Another thing, let's swing the other way. We're talking
Okay.
about holistic methods. Now, I know Sudafed's hard to get these days due to what goes on in these places. So just cut out the middleman, skip the pharmacy, do math, and it will open your sinuses right the fuck up, or at least make you rip them off your face.
Those guys are never sick. Not in
No,
that
they
way,
aren't. You
at
don't see them
least.
with the sniffles. You don't
Yeah.
see them at all.
Yeah.
Most drugs, recreational drugs, will make you healthier to a degree. It works, I believe, mostly on an alliterative level. So, like shrooms for shingles,
Yeah.
Okay. Weed for
warts.
West Nile virus.
Yeah, there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember
What
when I got back from
cocaine for
after
COVID. There we go.
Cocaine for COVID. That's going on a shirt.
Let's see.
What helps flu? What do we got?
Fucking
fentanyl
fluoride in
for
tap
flu.
water for flu. What's for flu?
Man, we're
Flu
just
would be,
giving
it
this
has to be
advice
fentanyl.
away.
Like you
Fentanyl
got
for
Fentanyl
flu.
for flu.
yeah.
Mushrooms for the mumps.
Wow, I'm actually thinking
Ecstasy
pretty hard about this.
for
Eczema.
irradiation poisoning.
Dude, ecstasy for eczema, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, as one would.
Yeah. How am I going to cure this skin condition by taking ecstasy?
I find ecstasy to be a great cure for the grumpies. Fantastic medicinal application of it.
Let's see. Yeah, man,
Veritable
that's
well
all the
of
drugs.
knowledge.
That's all
Ritalin,
the
no,
drugs.
there's so many more. Ritalin for rickets. You got fucking well, you got
The
crocodile
recreational
for
drug
cancer.
Ritalin.
Yeah.
Ritalin fix most problems. Fix most of mine.
Crocodile for cancer, of course.
Yes. Crocodile. It's made
Crocodile.
from actual crocodile.
I have heard that perchance you die of cancer soon, no?
Heroin
No.
for herpes.
That one. You just shoot it right into the blister.
Yeah, it'll
Mhm.
fuck that blister up so bad it'll fall right off your fucking body.
Oh God. I'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I got
Oxycontin for osteoporosis. I'm done.
There it is. All right.
uh,
Now we've named them all.
That's all the drugs there are. We've named all of them.
So to pivot, unless you got something, Aaron, I've got a pivot.
yeah, go ahead. I got more notes and stuff. Yeah, you go for it.
Here's a pivot. Tomorrow is the Super Bowl. So Monday, when you hear this episode, yesterday would be the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Oh my
Hungover
gosh.
Monday.
Did you see that pass?
Oh man. Hey, what about at the end when Taylor Swift came out on the field and ripped off her human flesh and became a 20-foot tall reptile in the middle of the field and ate her former boyfriend Travis Kelce to gain his football prowess?
Look, I'm not trying to be one of those guys, but you know,
Please don't.
he's been
Oh,
popping
God.
up on my timeline more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And him and his brother together, very funny.
Tag
Oh
team.
yeah, they're really cool. It's
They're very
unfortunate in the sports verse for real because it's like it's one of those things where like Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce are both two really cool, funny guys, and they came from modest backgrounds and just worked their dicks off and became two of the best ever in their positions. Patrick Mahomes is a fucking wonderkind. He's one of the most insane QBs of all time. He does absurd things. He's fairly funny. Andy Reid is such a cool fucking fat guy coach. But dynasty fatigue is real. And you just get bored when some people win all the time. You know, nobody wants the same person to win at anything over and over.
That's true. That's true. Unless I don't know. I mean, even there's got to be some kind of story behind it. I feel like football misses is story.
Well,
Like
You want a
there's
story.
stories
You
in
want a different
all the
story.
games are prefabricated. What more story could you want? It's a
Look,
rich tapestry.
I've been saying this for a long time.
Right.
All sports are fake.
All sports are fake. All sports are fake. Yes, they are.
All sports are fake
100%.
to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of chicanery somewhere. But in terms of Super Bowls, I've never watched one the whole way. I think
No.
I've had good times at Super Bowls, but it's never been because of the game. Um, we've discussed on the show my personal favorite Super Bowl was when Aaron burned his Atlanta Falcons jersey in the fire.
Yes,
That
he
was a
did.
great moment in my life, was to
Mhm.
see that emotion pour from a man. It was truly a great experience.
That's what
And
finally broke me. I can never achieve that level of emotional height again because I'm just a broken man who understands that it is not but disappointment now.
It's okay. It's just not in the
listen,
script, baby.
it
If
just
Taylor
wasn't
Swift
the
was dating
script.
somebody from the Falcons, maybe so. But
The Falcons, we didn't have a story. We were just another chapter in the dynasty of
Yeah,
another
you can
lamb
only
that's
win if you're
slaughtered.
major market teams. You got to make them enough money first.
it is weird how that is, isn't it? Only the rich ones win.
It's almost like the teams with a disproportionate amount of wealth have better access to training and programs and such to make them a better football team. It's weird.
It's almost as if football isn't real.
Oh no, it's a figment of our imaginations. It's actually a large blood sacrifice ritual conducted. The Super Bowl is an annual massive sacrifice ritual. The team that loses, little known fact, slaughtered and fed to the demon that sleeps underneath every football stadium because they're built
Yeah,
once again on ley lines
every
and
single one of them, dude. Every stadium is built
map them
upon
out.
a
Map
chamber.
them out. Yeah,
It's a
look it
yeah,
up.
something that holds this dark hell beast. And when it's like the Titans and Hercules when Hades unleashes them all. It's the only badass part in that cartoon movie is all the Titans coming out at once. And you're like,
Yep.
fuck yeah, these guys are about to fuck Hercules up. I wanted that so bad. I wanted Hercules to get fucked up by those super cool Titan dudes. They were
Mm-hmm.
so
Too
cool.
bad though. Just like the Tennessee Titans, they are doomed to failure.
Well,
Coincidence? I think not.
mm-mm,
Mm.
you
Now,
couldn't plan it out.
what do you think about like National Hungover Day, most called in day out of the entire fucking year, Monday after Super Bowl? Why doesn't someone? I know it's the answer is just greed because they don't even have to give us that. But why wouldn't an employer go the extra mile, give you one extra day off a year, make it that? And it's such an arbitrary day that I think people would be like, oh, look, they really do care. They realize that. Meh, meh, meh. I think if you gave people National Hangover Day off, it'd go that much further to like hoodwinking them into thinking you gave a shit, that you're actually part of a work family.
Do that. Throw 420 on there, and you got yourself a deal.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to take advantage of National Hangover Day tomorrow. Or Monday. I'll be at work. When this is being aired, I will be currently at work, living my
It
best
should
life.
be, yeah, you should be able to pick like during pre-employment.
Right.
Floating
Okay,
holiday.
yeah, you get to, it's a fun, yeah, that's what the floating holiday is.
I'm
Is you be
floating.
float, yeah, because you're floating, dude. Faded holiday.
Faded holiday. Hell
Right on,
yeah.
right on.
God, we've had all right. So far, two potential episode names: Faded Holiday and Witch Heaven.
Which heaven? Those are two. We'll see what we got a lot. We got a long way to go.
We're still just fucking trucking along. I've got
So
more
much more meat on
notes.
the bone. We've
Now,
got notes.
yeah, we. I was like, well, we can't. I gotta, I can prepare a little bit at least. So
I know before we have to pivot, I don't know how close we are to the thing, but we could let people know about we had Talking Hogs Super Bowl commercials made at the local level.
No, we
And
did.
I didn't know if you guys would maybe want to tell the people about that.
So we did that one that again featured the reptilian feast that is the Super Bowl. It opens up to a large boardroom table, 13 representatives of the 13 reptilian bloodlines all sat around this corporate CAO table with the corpse of Travis Kelsey in the middle, being feasted upon like a lamb. And they've all got refreshing Cokes, right? And they're cracking them open and have a Coke and a smile. It's a throwback to an older ad campaign, but I feel like it's worth it. It triggers that nostalgia effect that we're all looking for.
I like the one where we really phoned it in and we just took an Olive Garden commercial and put our Talking Hogs name and did
Yeah.
Italian accents for the
Yeah.
entire 30 seconds.
Yeah, I just did a voiceover for the commercial. Hey, look at this flop. Doesn't that
All
look
right.
good?
Talking hags, how you like that?
Let me piggyback off the Olive Garden idea here. So it's just like random, just montage of scenes of like, and how do you like your Olive Garden? And it's just like I have a mouthful of salad, and I turn to the camera, and I'm like, I whisper, "It's Italian," and then that's all we ever say is, just Daniel's pouring butter up from the plate and dripping it. And what's your favorite thing about Olive Garden?
I like drinking all the Alfredo sauce.
Aaron is snorting ragu through a fucking like rotini noodle.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. He's got like a rotini noodle and just.
Oh, it's in my sinuses.
How could we forget our they Marvel's starting to do more promotion for Captain America, the new film, and of course they show a scene where Captain America, played by what's his name?
Chris Evans.
Yeah, no,
No.
the new Captain America.
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie.
Mackie. He comes down and we're actually terrorists. And then he kind of convinces us that what we're doing is wrong. And then instead of exploding the bomb, we don't. And then we have sex with Chris Evans.
Yes,
Unedited
that
for
sounds
20 minutes.
beat the hell out of America's ass. We're gonna have to retire that old ragged flag when we're done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now for a sneak peek of Captain America: Brave New World, or whatever it's called, New World Order.
New World Order.
And yeah, and then we're just getting rammed by Evans, old man Evans too. He still has the prosthetics on.
Yeah, it's all three of us stacked on top of each other, so he just like takes turns, like gets up on a stepping stool and goes
You ever
for the
think
one in
about the guy
middle.
that gets to do that in real life, where three people are just stacked, and he's like, "Well, I bet you're wondering how I got here."
Boy, today sure didn't turn out like I planned it to.
Record scratch. Whoa.
I bet you're wondering, how did I get into this mess?
You would just be like scratching your head, like which hole do I go into?
Anyone you please.
It can't be the top one though. That's too much.
That's a
It's
lot.
like
You got to
the-
stand upside down. You have to do a handstand for that one.
It's like the fork in the road, the traditional storyline for it. It's like there's sunshine. I was like, that's a great ass. That ass is obviously haunted. I'm not going there.
Nope.
Which one of us has the most haunted ass, would you say?
It's a toughie.
That's you,
I know.
Aaron. What are you talking about?
Well-
You have the most. Well, okay. Let's pitch.
And I would argue, I mean, Aaron's a good case because his looks like it was hit by the same shit that made the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
I blow it up a lot, but mine's washed and Dan's probably isn't.
No, and mine makes a lot of sad, complaintive, wailing noises. So it could be that.
They both smell awful.
Both reject ectoplasm.
Yeah. Is that what that is?
Sure. That's what I told Jesus. Worked on him. He bought that line of bullshit.
So I just have farts that smell like really bad if I eat the wrong thing. Like to the point where Jessica
Brimstone,
will
sulfur.
kick me out of the bed bad. I've had to
I've
sleep
got a-
downstairs before.
Yeah. Smells like a dog took a shit in the house.
That damn dog, he shit again. We ain't got a dog. We do now.
I've gotten the comment like I'll say like, "Oh, does it smell?" I'm sorry while I'm like trying not to laugh. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have to live inside my asshole for long periods at a time. Yeah, you're sorry.
And can you tell by the way it feels coming out how it's going to smell?
Yes, correct.
Sometimes if it's if it feels hot,
If it's hot.
it's got that heat.
If it's coming from about the middle of your stomach and it's hot, it's a huge pressure release. Like there's a valve that the workers finally were able to break the rust off to let go of the excess pressure.
I like them ones too that are just coming like Like you already got a bullet in the chamber and the fart's just picking up more smell as it passes the shit that's just loaded in your ass. It's got a little bit of that hot shit smell. Picks a little bit of that dookie wind up on its way.
Yeah. What if like while you're what's worse than having like really bad diarrhea, but halfway through the diarrhea you have heinous farts? You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so it's where it's just like your butthole's throwing up. We're a morning show. Um
We
so
know you're about to get to work on hungover Monday
And you know
and
what you're gonna do with
obliterate
your
that
hungover
toilet.
ass at work on Monday? You're gonna sit on that toilet on company time, and you're gonna have horrible diarrhea. And about halfway through, it's gonna be farts. And then somewhere in the middle, that splatter shit, it's gonna be solid for no reason again, and then go right back to nothing.
you can't wait for it either.
Happy Monday. Hope you enjoyed them hot wings.
Speaking of hot wings, we
You
got
ain't got to
5
clean it
minutes
up.
left. So let's go
Oh,
ahead and knock out Super Bowl favorite munches, favorite treats and meats at a Super Bowl extravaganza. Where are we
You
talking
bet.
nachos? Are we talking fries, burgers? Who does fries at a party? Psychopaths. You ever say everyone to a party that has
Yeah.
fries?
No. If
on.
you've got fries, that is a little. Is that what you just gave me your leftover freezer burned refuse? Is that it? You didn't make plans. You just you threw whatever out there.
What if they made like home fries? And I mean just like banging ass, double blanched, fucking top tip. I don't see the difference in a loaded fry at a football celebration as a nacho platter or a nacho stadium, as one would have. It's the same. You're reaching your damn grubby little hands in there, getting cocaine for COVID all over the motherfucker. Like, what's the
It is
Cocaine for
difference?
pretty crazy.
COVID.
If
Do
you're
what?
not doing finger foods that can be picked up individually or something that you're able to like scoop or spoon out, if you're depending on audience participation to be able to shovel their own food out, then you've already messed up.
Yeah, be about equivocal of like serving soup. Now again, it's ladleable, but why? But why? It needs to be pick upable and carry around. You'll be able to carry a couple of them in your fingies. Like that's just how it needs to be.
All right, so three courses. All right, so three items at your Super Bowl table. What is it? Aaron, go now.
The forever dip, the never ending dip, sour cream, Hidden Valley packet, mix, feed it to the slobs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So chips and dip are going to be at your table.
Hmm.
Okay. What's number two? You get three things on your table, brother.
Oh, we're each doing all three at once?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay. Well, you guys have been to enough of mine. You know what? I'm doing that. I'm doing some kind of fried protein item. That way it's actually filling people up, making them shut the fuck up. We're going fried chicken. Get it from wherever you got a gift card. I don't give a shit who it is. Zax's, Popeyes. I don't know. Somebody's probably bringing Chick-fil-A. And then if I got to pick a third item, personally, I got to have some kind of cheese in there. And I'm probably just gonna roll with. I know I'm a dip heavy portfolio when it comes to a
Yeah,
party.
that's
And
canon.
honestly, just throw whatever cheeses you have and whatever salty items you have in a crock pot together and let it be a surprise.
Yeah,
Crock
well,
pot
get it all
surprise.
clabbered up.
Daniel.
All right. First off, you got to have plain King's Hawaiian buns, cold, and a bottle of ketchup. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Number two, football stadium shaped bowl full of cocaine.
Yeah.
Number three,
Go dogs.
um,
No dogs.
an unlimited giant bowl of M&Ms where one out of every 20 of them has fentanyl in it.
Oh
And you
man.
don't know which one it is. Good luck.
Oops. How did I get three fentanyl M&Ms at the
We'll
same
we'll
time?
lower it. We'll make it a little more kid friendly. We'll make it 1 in 200.
1-200, whatever the
That's the
odds
same
for
rate
that.
as birth control. So I figure, what the hell?
What about girth control, dude? What if you took a pill that make your dick?
Ah, fuck off. I need me some of that. Know what I'm saying?
Too much hog, baby.
God, we still got it. My
Why did I
dream,
get pregnant? Oh, this is girth control. I've been taking the wrong thing.
my dream table is going to be 16 2 liters of Mountain Dew,
Uh-huh.
um, a big bowl of refried beans with cheese on top, and then Tostitos, and then let me get for my last thing, just a bucket of dogs, dude. Just no bun,
Bucket of dogs. Hell yes.
but just
Boiled.
oh yeah, we're bowling these dogs,
One of the
and not
most
and that's a choice we made, not because
Mhm.
we didn't have any other options. It's Super
right.
Bowl. For some
Deliberate.
reason, a bulldog on Super Bowl Sunday makes sense.
Are you still
And one of the
serving them
most
in the water? Just
yes.
served in the water like a punch bowl?
Yeah, yeah, yes, of course,
That's
of
one of the most
course.
underrated party games is bobbing for hot dogs.
Bobbing for
That's
dogs,
fun for the family. And who doesn't want a soggy hot dog over an apple?
dog bobbing,
Mm-hmm.
dog bobbing, dude. It's Mary Poppins, dog dog. Yep, dog bobbing. There it is. I got it.
Oh,
Oh, or just 250 pizza rolls.
Yep. Cook them in the
bag of
bag. That way they get
Totino
that
after
extra.
bag. Mm.
250 pizza rolls, not oven, mind you. We're making these soft and chewy. We're
We
doing.
microwaved them all.
They,
They're way too hot.
yeah, and we microwave them all at the same time in the original bag they came in. So they're extra plasticky.
The bottom third of that bag, the pizza rolls have welded together.
Mhm. Cut it in slices and serve.
Yeah, it's like a bag of popcorn. You'll hear once they're done.
Yeah, when there's less than one or two pops every couple seconds, that bag of pizza rolls is done.
When the lightning stops. Okay, we're back. I know you guys were like, what happened to the editing? It just cut off right in the middle before Casey was probably going to say the funniest thing he's ever said. And guys, that sometimes jokes are just meant for the boys, you know?
There's a lot of meat left in the trimming room and talking hogs.
Wasteful meat. There's a lot of meat. We don't even use all of it.
And we call it a killing floor for a reason. It lets the meat pits slide through. It's really more of a grated, like a slotted grate for the meat parts to slide through. Don't let the name fool you.
So I was looking at other shit this week, and I don't know how you guys are on this. This might be more my lane, LOL. But do you guys know who Shane Gillis is, a comedian?
I do know him. Isn't he the fat guy? He's not like morbidly, but he's like the
He's a
fat
bigger
guy. Looks like
dude.
he should have a mullet. And
Yeah, he's funny as shit. He was supposed to be on SNL about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and then he got fired before he started because he had did Chinese voice on a podcast, and they found that to be a fireable offense. Um, yeah, and now 5 years later, he's one of the most successful stand-ups in the country, and he is actually being asked to come back and host SNL. So the thing
Mm.
that fired him has now in turn asked him to come back to host.
yeah, but
Uh,
that's happened a million times. You know
Been
that
around
network
sunset.
comedy's got to play. Oh, Lauren's got to play it safe. There's a lot of people that hit the chopping block that have came back around.
Eddie Murphy, David Spade has said some stuff on SNL that's got them in trouble before. Norm Macdonald's a big one
Yeah,
because
yeah.
half of his jokes on Weekend were not loved by corporate sponsors.
And a lot of people who just haven't been given like a huge chance, who maybe like weren't ready at the time, develop more of a character that was more viable down the road. Someone like a Tim Robinson, now he's got a successful Netflix show. He's somebody who only had like middling bit parts on SNL back in the day.
It's funny how it works.
Yeah,
It's
once they
not
become profitable.
do what, Daniel?
I said once they become profitable, then Lauren's interested again.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, no, I was wrong. Your money. Come on down. This is me doing Lord Michaels.
I didn't want to take the risk, but now that it's been proven by someone else who was willing to, I'll be happy to. I'm trying
Look,
to fit.
here's the deal. You were a funny guy. You did Chinese voice. You said you're sorry. Well, you can come back. But then it got me thinking about SNL anyways, which of course is like, well, the show really hasn't been truly funny in a really long time. It's pretty hit and miss. So maybe something like this will actually be funny. Doubt it though, because everything sucks. Is that because I am old, or is everything that bad?
I think the environment. I don't think that's it. I don't know. Like I think the environment for SNL has just changed. SNL just doesn't fit the model of what the newer generations deem to be entertainment. It's not a it's not a thing for them. You know, that was our source of getting things for us as kids. You stayed up late, you saw something you probably weren't old enough to be watching. But now, with the YouTubes and whatnot, kids have access to that shit in whatever varying degree 24 hours a day. So there's no appeal. What does SNL offer that they can't get somewhere else?
I think it's a
Ah,
little column A, little column B, because like obviously the show's still profitable and watched by millions. So
I
it hits
guess.
a different age group, it hits a different chord. Like for us when we were younger, it was edgier because edgy hadn't became as edgeful as it is now. For a lot of old people, it hits the right mark, or people who are a little more modest. It's also next day internet fodder, like most late night TV shows are, so it still hits the mark there. It's just different, is all.
I don't like it, and
No,
I'm
I
mad.
mean,
And I'm mad, dude. I get here. You know what? I go to X and I listen to Tucker Carlson, and then I bash my head up against a brick wall for 30 minutes every night. I do this, just hoping to God that something's gonna change.
yeah, I keep subscribing to Joe Rogan and paying for his Patreon and buying Alpha Brain, but I'm still short and my dick's still small and still unfuckable in by all regards. So I guess I'm just gonna have to give Joe Rogan more of my money.
Where's that Joe Rogan dick pill? Because you know it's coming,
I'm surprised it ain't already out.
right? Is there? Maybe there is.
I don't know, probably. I mean, Alpha Brain probably promotes that it does.
I'm
What you
gonna
want it
look
to do?
up
Be harder, longer?
Joe Rogan dick pill.
I think Rogan tries to avoid obvious snake oil. Aside from the Alpha Brain is designed as a nootropic. I like how
Yeah.
doctors now are like nicotine is an incredible drug. It's a nootropic.
Good, great. I've been ingesting tons of it. It's a good thing that it is.
Yeah, right, right.
I'm way ahead of the game.
Yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
Oh, there we go. AI generated Joe Rogan is selling penis pills online. That's close enough.
And that sounds
Hell
like
yeah.
AI Joe Rogan, who I'm assuming is kind of like what was Freakazoids? Wasn't there like an anti-Freakazoid?
Yeah, that was Ricardo Montalban did the voice. I can't remember his name, but
Negatroid.
something like that. He was great though.
That was a good show.
That
I
was a
can't.
good
Was
show.
Freakazoid was cool. It was like the Animaniacs of superheroes.
It was very good. I really enjoyed Freakazoid. It doesn't
yeah.
get the clout it should. I love Cosgrove, and he just point at you and be like, "Cut that out." That's it. That's all he do.
Well, why was there so much fourth wall breaking in like 90s cartoons?
You know, I think because there was so little of it before. I think it was new. It's kind of like how okay, so you make a modern Ridley Scott movie and you're like, oh, this is just tropey and it's a bunch of sci-fi garbage that we've seen a million times. Well, yeah, because in the 60s and 70s, Stanley Kubrick invented not only the moon landing, but science fiction tropes as we know it. So when you look back on the stuff from the 90s and it's very fourth wall breaky, that was new. And I think it was because cartoons were so immersed in the other way around beforehand that, you just played on it. But the Looney, maybe one other option that I just now considered. It's a Looney Tunes thing. It's a Warner Brothers exclusively thing. You look at Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, and they did it. Bugs Bunny would do it. The
I
Coyote
was
would do
thinking
it.
about it. There
They
was
would
some
break the
fourth
fourth
wall
wall.
breaking in Looney Tunes.
So
And
in
those
that same vein, yeah,
those enjoyers, those kids grew up and became Ryan Reynolds and made Deadpool.
yes, correct. All is well.
The greatest film of all time.
It's really good.
I do really like it.
The first one's great. I could do without the second one.
I still
Uh
liked it.
It to
the
me
third
starts
one was
feeling like
funny.
Family Guy. There's a Family Guy vibe to me on Deadpool 2. I'm saying it.
Maybe.
And
That's just
again,
how I feel.
what, like 25th anniversary or more Family Guy now, still rocket shipping about.
Ugh.
And I haven't
Yeah.
watched it in a long time, but another highly profitable franchise still kicking it out there.
Yep. Yep.
What would you rather watch, New Family Guy or New Simpsons?
New
Ooh,
Family Guy.
yeah,
Ooh,
a new Family
what?
Guy.
Wow.
Simpsons became nothing but like a copycat amalgamation of all of those shows anyway to stay alive. So I feel like they're at best a lesser version of all of those shows at this point.
Right.
Well, has a Family Guy just even more so than what it's always been? It has to be essentially just now it's 99.9% cut gags. You know how they set up the show. Every
Oh yeah.
moment in Family Guy is a setup to a cutaway joke.
And who doesn't love a clip show?
That's what it is. Family Guy now is like this show was made for fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
So maybe they just adapted incredibly well. Did Seth MacFarlane see the future?
When he avoided being slaughtered in 9/11, an alternate timeline was created in which he can see the future, but he still manages to not be very funny despite his superpowers.
Despite everything he tries. I don't even think he writes on Family Guy anymore. I think he just does the voice.
Yeah, he's too busy.
Right.
He's too busy with the new Ted series on Peacock. So.
Yeah, which I'm sure is great.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's great and relevant to everyone of a younger age group.
Now, the cartoon that Family Guy was based off of, do y'all remember on Cartoon Network, the What a Cartoon
Yes, with the
show?
dog, with the smart
Yeah,
dog on it. Yeah.
the smart dog and the old short version of what's pretty much Peter Griffin. That's fucking awesome. That sticks out in my brain as a cartoon bird. The whole show fucking ruled.
Well, Seth MacFarlane, yeah, what a cart or was it Hey Yeah cartoon or what a cartoon or
I thought it was What a Cartoon.
I think it may have been. They did a lot of demos. I mean, Powerpuff Girls demoed on there. A lot of things like
Yeah.
started
Old
there and then
cartoon,
grew
oh
out of it.
man,
Cow
old
and
Cartoon
chicken.
Network. Talk about Wild West of classics.
You
Just
also got
like a
Seth.
bunch of cartoons that never got the chance, and then like, let's see if it works here. Bringing anime
Right.
to a bigger audience.
A testing ground, a proving ground to see what the masses would enjoy. And then, somebody like a McFarlane realizes what works, drops the ego, and says, I'd rather have the money.
Yeah, and what's more cost effective than instead of like paying a big studio or buying like founded, well put together animators and writers, just give a bunch of fledgling writers like free reign and don't pay them anything. And if it sticks, it sticks. And if it doesn't, you throw them in the trash. I mean, that's basically what happened with those early Cartoon Network stuff is like, well, we don't have any, all the stuff, you know as well as I do, Aaron, Adult Swim, all that was just born out of here's some cheap animation that we can spit out fast.
Yeah.
And it worked. Like, buy all this Japanese anime that no one's watching. It's cheap. Run it. We got home movies. And now I'm sure Metalocalypse wasn't cheap, but I mean, that was a few years in. You had the Brack show early on. That was just repurposed animation. Shit.
Just
What else?
really piss off the Japanese. The story of how the West saved anime. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, you're right, though.
Sorry,
Right, though.
but we dropped a couple bombs and then we were like, we'll go ahead and make sure your culture is semi-relevant as well. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Man,
Big
Dragon Ball Z
Daddy.
is still the shit forever though.
Yes, but yes and a but. I don't know what happened to Toriyama. I don't know if he had a stroke. I don't know what's going on over there. But like Dragon Ball Super, great move, got everybody addicted to it. Hey, you know what? Instead of another season of Super, which there's manga written for, how about Dragon Ball Babies?
Dragon Ball
ask for it?
babies.
I'm so mad that that's what the money said to do, and that has to happen. I guess it's like Teen Titans Go or Tiny Toons or I don't know. Why do we need to see baby versions of things we like?
Yeah, no one asked for that. And you know what's even funnier is, I can imagine 80 something year old Toriyama in a meeting and being like, I've always had this idea of what if Goku was the kid, and then they look at each other and like, he did that 30 years ago, and it's like, don't fucking tell him, just let him run it.
Is it because like the children that adore the properties are now parents? Is that
Mm-mm,
maybe?
mm-mm. Honestly, you know what? I'll save my actual opinion on this for the Patreon because it's not great, but it has to do probably a lot with the age of consent in Japan and in a ceaseless need to sexualize those cartoons. So
Muppet babies, dude. They're my preferred babies.
Hey, I could use that as good a place as any to segue into a game
please,
if you
Oh,
guys want to play,
let's do it, man.
please.
because it's called Hot Daddy Nights.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Hot Daddy Nights. So, I mean, this podcast is obviously 100% hot dad bod,
Yeah.
but aside from that, it's 2/3 legitimate hot dad. So I wanted to give you guys situations that come up casually, consistently with children, and have you guys help out prospective parents or even current parents with these issues as professionals in your medium.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
Parental advice.
So what do you think about I got several here. Okay. What about one the kid just woke up and peed, barfed, or shit in your shoes?
Ooh, that's rough. We'll make them wear those shoes to school. Problem solved. Now
Um,
you're shit foot all day.
so if I woke up to shitfoot,
I
from
legit
kid,
peed in my dad's work boots when I was a kid.
that he should have hit you a
I
lot.
was I was
And
sleep
he did.
peeing.
No. Yo, okay. So first off, my work boots are always put in the garage for that specific reason, dude. You never know when somebody's gonna piss in your boots.
Take them
Woody
out of the
style, Toy
equation.
Story style. I learned everything I know about boots from Woody on Toy Story, man. You gotta
There's the
protect your
piss in
boot.
my boots.
There's a piss in my boot. Um, if I woke up to that, I wouldn't have any choice but to like I wouldn't even be mad because like I would find if it was an accident, of course. Now, if one of the boys went down there, he's like, I'm gonna show this motherfucker.
God, I would love it if they purposefully
That's a
shit in
power
your
move.
Yeah, and I have like composite toe boots too. So if they poop in it and then they kick the turd back all the way to the front end of the boot, and I don't know, and I'm just because you got double lace them things. You know, you're going up and down, you're tight, you gotta tie them tight, and they go high up your ankle. And you're in it, you know, and
Mm,
you're wearing thick socks, at least you hope. It's
mm.
3 o'clock in the morning, dude. You don't know what you've put on.
You put on
There's
shit shoes, what you did.
there's
Here's
blood
the
on
thing.
your hands and shit in your foot, and you don't know why.
That's a
That's your
rough
new
day.
that's your new opening when you come into work and they're like, how's it hanging? And you're just like, I got blood on my hands and shit in my shoes. Let's get to work.
Mhm. That's a
That's
man.
yeah, yeah. I should pretend to be really mad when I go in on Monday, fucking throw shit around like the old men that do whenever they are mad at work. Like, oh man, what's wrong with Casey? I'm like, my son shit my fucking
Jesus, on a
I love
Monday.
it.
Shit in your shoe.
Are you
Brother, if I had
serious?
a dime.
Oh yeah, brother just hits me on the back of the back like you're gonna be all right, man. That's what the truck's for. You go inside the truck, you shut the door, you scream, and you let it out. Then you drive.
Let's get another one in here. How about number two? Child has disrobed and is now running naked down the highway.
Ugh. That's what the net gun's for.
Yeah.
Drive up beside them with the net gun, take out their legs, bring them home.
That's whenever you have to have like emergency an emergency stash of like snacks with you. If I had like a bottle of Sprite, all you gotta do is if they hear the hiss of the can, you just crack that seal, they'll stop what they're doing, they'll run back. Um, And always, this way you keep parents keep spare clothes, keep snacks. You never know what's going to happen. Your child might have some kind of break in its psyche and decide to streak down a highway, and you got to think fast. So, put on I would have some sleep pants and stuff like that, always ready to go.
Keep some old tater sacks in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
What about number 3? Baby's got a gun.
Well, I just go ahead and give them an American flag and a cowboy hat to put on and send them on to school.
Yeah.
Have a good day at your American government school. Here's your government issued gun.
Got your initials on it.
I think every parent should train in Krav Maga.
Of course.
You never know when something like this is going to happen. Your son's been listening to too much Marilyn Manson, gets really interested in bowling and wearing trench coats. What do? Learn Krav Maga. All right. That way, at any moment, you can disarm and then disarm, as well as, physically and emotionally. Like, what we say is, explain, clarify, isolate, respond.
Yes.
Those are the 4 keys. You do that, you can answer any problem.
And don't get it twisted. Your kids will come for you one day. It's good to have martial arts background because they will become teenagers. Casey, you got 2 boys. So you need to start training in multi-man combat as soon as possible.
I have a Home Alone situation going on. I have a series of traps.
Nice, good call.
I have a kill switch underneath the bed that they'll activate the laser tripwire system that I have in the home, as well as release the demon underneath the home.
You got to have those. See, now I'm a little bit easier. It's a 1v1 in my house. I've fashioned several shuriken out of V-Bucks. And if the shuriken don't get you, they'll stop to pick up the V-Bucks and give me a chance to escape.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is good advice. How about number 4? Oh no, my child has grown to gargantuan proportions.
Put him in a truck, take him down south, drive him around, 2 bits of gander. Look at the sight, baby.
But that's funny because the baby's so big that they still see it no matter what.
Yeah.
So you're like
trying to poke people's eyes out that aren't paying. You're just jamming a stick. You got a long stick.
You looking at my son? You over here looking at my son?
I have to charge you for looking at my fat giant baby.
You're just slapping the baby's knee. God, he's big.
You set the baby loose on him and picks him up like King Kong. Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, I'm just trying to go back to that. Like, a responsible parent.
Rick Moranis do?
WWRMD, you mean? You would, I guess, obviously, I have to reverse engineer my shrink rate, or actually get it to shrink and not embiggen, if you will. So yeah, I would just have to get books.
Another good option. Another good backup, real quick, is if your child does grow to giant proportions, get him a job. Have him fill out some paperwork. Get him employed. Get some extra income coming in. Because if you can grow, you can work. You can clean. So get to it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him ID a 6-foot baby.
Yeah, good luck with that. Boy, ain't got no ID. Ain't got no pockets in them diapers.
Come on. How about number 5? Your wee one has managed to make contact with their mirror self, pulling them into this realm. And now you don't know which is the good one and which is the, of course, evil one.
Well, see, that whole issue can be quickly and easily solved with a knife fight. Giving both of these children a knife and letting them duke it out. And honestly, whichever one survives is the kid you want to keep anyway. It's how I decided which kittens I was going to keep, which ones I wouldn't. Knife fight.
I would give them a map pointing to where, like, it's just a map of our town and where do we live, right? And if whoever doesn't get it right gets shot. That's it. But they can't see each other's answers either. You gotta hide it and show them one and make sure they're not cheating off each other. And
Now,
I mean, pretty cut and dry.
what's the rules on this mirror child? Are they an exact copy? Are they an evil universe version
Is
of
this
the
a
child?
Dark Link scenario?
Yeah,
Water
See, we
Temple
know so
style?
little about the mirror
we know
verse.
so little. And that's why my tax dollars aren't being put to good use. Where's the research on the Mirrorverse?
Right. How
I
about we
mean,
move on? What?
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hey,
So
we
the
can. All right.
Mirrorverse, it's like this. Who's had contact with the Mirrorverse? Mario Kart, um, let's see, Crash Bandicoot in certain games. There were you could go to the Mirrorverse.
Scott Pilgrim, Link, Alice in Wonderland,
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, definitely. That's a different kind of Mirrorverse. A lot more heroin snorting, a lot less parallel versions of one another.
All right, you're good, Aaron. I just wanted to touch up on the mirror. We just need to put a quick little bow on that.
Another title, Mirrorverse. Just
Mirrorverse.
Number 6 is a kid. Kid asks why you don't love them as much as the other parent, because the other parent sold your ass out and already said they love them more, and the other parent is in the same room, hears that, and is staring at you, awaiting your response as well.
Oh, so okay, just a refresher. Why do the kids calling me out for not loving them as much as the other parent does?
Yeah, because the
first,
other parent sold your ass out. They already claimed most love, and they're fucking Hawkeyeing you, waiting for you to say some shit.
First of all, that's a goddamn lie. Second, I got the receipts to prove it. You know what I mean? Like I keep all the receipts of every Nintendo Switch replacement part, every Slurshee, every Chick-fil-A sandwich, every book fair. I keep them receipts. And when a kid's like, "You don't love me," it's like, "I love you exactly this dollar amount."
And that's what kids need to know is you need to put their love and then right beside equals however much you're spending weekly on them.
Right. As they get older and join the workforce, they will learn that their entire self-worth is based on the amount of money that they make. So therefore, let's go ahead and get them used to it now.
This calls for a spend off. Me and your other parent are going to take you to the store right now, and you just keep pointing at things, and we'll see who stops buying first.
Right.
It'll be me.
Yeah. No, it won't be me. I'll go into a catatonic state and just let what be.
Now, if it'll be the Casey, can we have this? And I'll immediately be like, no. Birthdays and Christmas.
But we need it to survive. No.
2 times a year, less than the government gives me days off.
How will you be good the entire year if you feel like presents are just a necessary thing?
God damn. I got hit up for book fair this week.
What, brother? That's $250. That's $250, brother.
I'm giving each of you kids $1 for the book fair. Y'all figure it out.
That's
$2 won't even get you a pencil topper.
Nope. It's gonna give you like a bookmark with a Bible passage and a dinosaur eraser.
Yeah. Dude, every Scholastic book fair for me was another Garfield compendium for the library. I got one more each time.
Any book I could find that had stick-on tattoos in it, I was snagging up at the book fair. Didn't matter what it was. I just wanted them tattoos.
Yeah. Daniel, why? Just Child Daniel buying My Little Aryan Brotherhood starter pack.
Yep. Why are y'all selling this? Honestly, it's on y'all.
Do I look tough? I look tough.
Look at me. I'm Charles Manson. Funny quick aside, one Scholastic book fair, there was an X-Men book that had about, I think it advertised 50 X-Men tattoos or 100 X-Men tattoos. And I got that bad boy. And I bet I had 2/3 of them stuck on my body before I left school that day. I went to the bathroom 45 times and put them bitches on every square inch of skin.
Oh man. Tattoos, baby. Back in them days.
Just covered with Nightcrawler tattoos, dude. Because he was the cool one.
If you get enough of them into your blood, you can teleport.
Yeah,
it's got to be a lot. It's got to be a lot.
Oh, dude, Professor X is totally gonna find you with Cerberus, dude. Is that what they
Oh
called it?
yeah,
Or was it Cerebrus?
Cerebro.
Cerebro, yeah.
Cerebro. That's
Cerberus would have been better.
How about we wrap this game up one more? What do you say when the child inevitably realizes they yearn for the mines?
I hand him a pickaxe and say, "Go, go to the ground that calls you. Feed the mountains beneath with your blood. Bury yourself before your death.
Rinse next
it's
on Tuesday.
two
Let
12-year-old
the
boys
darkness
going into
speak."
a coal mine. Like, there's a ghost of a miner. Howdy, y'all. You must be
Howdy,
here for
y'all.
you must be here for orientation.
Let's feed our blood to our ancient god.
What's up with all these dead birds? Oh, the canaries?
They're just sleeping.
They're
They're
sleeping.
tired.
What's what is it about canaries in the coal mine? If they stop whistling, or if they start
They
whistling, or if
die.
they
If they die.
explode?
If they die. They die.
Okay.
Canaries are really sensitive to poisonous gases. So if the canary died, then there were poisonous gas in the mines.
Yeah, I bet the canary farmers were stoked.
Oh
Back
yeah, it was a big boom. You know, they don't talk enough about the canary boom of the 1890s.
the canary
There was
gold rush.
This
the
nation was
canary rush.
built on the backs of canaries. So many dead canaries.
Well, my great grandfather Bobby Canary, he used to own over 3,000 acres, and he would just grow these blades and ship them out all across Appalachia.
And you know, here's the thing. How do you market that? How do you advertise? How do you compete? Because inevitably, right, you start selling canaries because there's this boom, this need for them. So more than one canary breeder, purveyor starts to pop up, and you're at Jim's Canaries, and somebody's like, "Well, I was over at Steve's Canaries, and these were cheaper." And you're like, "Now hold on, these canaries have been selectively bred to die at next to nothing. You fart too close to one of these goddamn canaries, it's liable to kill over. You'll know, lickety split. Hell, I breathe and just blow on one." When it falls over fucking dead, like I had tuna for lunch and it died. There's a good canary.
No, dude, those birds, they wanted to die.
They did. They did. You would want the most killable bird, right? Wouldn't you? You as an alarm? Wouldn't you? You wouldn't want a stout one that could survive toxic fumes, right? Because they would die too late.
I mean, you could do that with parrots and teach them words like, "Mom, like this is poison.
I
Definitely
also feel like
poison.
I'm
any bird
dying.
would be hypersensitive to poisonous fumes.
I can't breathe."
Fuck, you're gonna die.
Uh, Petey, stop talking. What's that?
Trying to work.
Put a pickaxe in that bird's hand. Get him to work.
Pit boss gonna get mad. We gotta get back to work. Oh, we'd have a little fucking pick and a little miner's hat, little bird with a little cute little headlamp on. It'd be so cute.
Oh, looks adorable. Look at that kid ready to work an honest day.
Wait for the black lung to get you.
Aaron, what a terrific game.
Thanks. And you know, I think those are the most prominent things that most of our parental friends are going to want to know, and I think they'll appreciate your advice.
Yeah, and if you need any more child rearing tips, we should make a child rearing Talking Hogs book.
You should
just call it "How to Groom Your Child," and it just be all about child care and proper hair brushing and teeth brushing techniques. Because I mean, those are essential.
I found out about this Twitch stream. I think they don't do it anymore. This was from a few years ago, but it was called the Newly Ped game, and it's where this guy would lure child predators to meet him. Like he was a pedophile hunter, right? And when he would meet them, he would be dressed up in a game show suit, and he would play the Price is Right theme song, and he would say, "Hey, you get to answer 5 questions of trivia. If you get 3 out of 5 right, I won't call the cops."
Oh, goddamn.
But the joke is he always calls the cops. The cops are already on their way.
Nah, they're on their way, brother.
No, man, I already called them. You're going to jail.
That was pretty intense. I watched some of that. That was fun. He asked the guy, he was like, "Who was the Subway spokesman from 2000 to 2016 or whatever?" And the guy's like, he didn't know. You know, it's like being a basketball fan and not knowing who like Kobe is.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be able to identify the rapist within each one of your interests.
Yeah, like there's got to be a blueprint, right?
I mean, what happened to takes one to know one? You know what I mean? What happened to that?
You observe in history of people that you should idolize and people who you should take those lessons from.
Right.
And these guys haven't done those things.
I mean, Jared Fogle is effectively the Michael Jordan of pedophilia, right? I mean, he would be, right? You would know who he was.
He's got to be up there. If anything, he's the Scottie Pippen.
There you go. There you go.
Right, and that's
Aaron is slowly dissolving into his background, trying to back away from this conversation.
He just blends into his background.
I want that to be another cease and desist letter. Like, Michael Jordan does not appreciate you calling someone the Michael Jordan of pedophilia.
It's a compliment. God damn.
6-time champion, dude. 3 consecutive back-to-backs.
Oh, I came here personally to club you to death with my 3-iron.
That's a fun game. Taking and calling someone the Michael Jordan of terrible things. Like, let's say Toby Keith was the Michael Jordan of having stomach cancer.
Oh, like, I think I know what the Patreon's going to be. The Patreon's going to be the people versus Daniel Brown over his comments over the death of Toby Keith.
Fuck him. Bring it on. Let's go.
I think you must stand trial.
Put me on trial.
You must atone.
Get you 12 white folks. Let's go. Come on.
Toby Keith was a good man.
The hell he was. The hell he was.
Glasses against evil forces.
That's right. He sang with Willie goddamn Nelson, boy.
Okay, great. Okay, so Jimmy Carter smoked with him on the White House roof. It doesn't make him not history's greatest monster. Like, what do you want? Willie Nelson's hung out with a lot of people, probably on a fucking flight list somewhere. Toby Keith ruined country music. He turned everything into patriotic anthem rock. What happened to the good old days of running moonshine from the police and sticking it to the man and shooting Union men? And, well, the other way around. But you get what I'm saying. What happened to that country music? Turns it into this patriotic red, white, and blue splooge fest that nobody likes except those. He's a CIA shill. Bring it on. Let's go.
You're like a reverse country fan, like the ones you're like, I took country music and they made it not about what country music ought to be about no more.
Correct. Country
Two
music
sides,
needs to be about
same
fighting
point.
rich bosses and working for the company store and burning down the houses of people that are trying to steal your land and throwing bankers in sinkholes. Not some of this. You know, friend of the show, Chris Deal. Now he make real country music. Now he don't. Now you ain't ever heard him sing nothing about no boot, nobody ass.
But I bet he knows every single word.
I'm sure he does.
Hey, to borrow the title of Toby Keith's apparent 12th studio album, that don't make me a bad guy.
Fuck that thick neck piece of shit. Fucking ruined country music. Hate that motherfucker.
Patreon.com/talkinhogs for what is sure to be the trial of a lifetime.
If you would like to hear me connect Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's inevitable engage at the Super Bowl to Toby Keith's untimely death and him operating for the CIA, come join us on patreon.com/talkinhogs.
Watch as a man answers for his sins. For $5 a month, have access to the library. Last week, we had a wonderful Patreon discussing the Vince McMahon lawsuit, as I'm sure we will be revisiting that in the months to come. We'll go ahead and do plugs because we always fuck those up. That's going to be every social media at Talking Hog. If you want to email us at Gmail, that's talkinghogspodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's patreon.com/talkinghogs for the episodes. atlburns.com, hogs15 at checkout, get you some hot sauce. I think that's it in terms of plugs. But again, go and do something with those links. I don't know what. Sending them to people. Maybe you make a laser show based on our podcast.
Pretty cool.
Do like a Pink Floyd live in Pompeii. They should just blast our show in the middle of a volcano.
Send us videos of you burning Talking Hogs paraphernalia.
Just send us photos of you on fire. Don't actually do that for legal purposes. But it would be fun.
Yes. Download our show and then burn it on the CD.
Yep, and throw it to the youth. Make them listen to it.
Just chuck it at them.
Put some V-Bucks on them.
It's just 2 episodes per CD. God, at this point, dude, that's like we have like a 50 disc box set right now.
And you can
Complain
buy
to
that
people
at,
about how new Talking Hogs isn't as good as the old Talking Hogs.
And to them, I say, fuck you. It's only getting better.
every day we become
Every
stronger.
fucking day, dude.
Aging like fine swine.
Man, I can't wait for this thing to cut off at any second. I
It's
guess I have to
just-
start.
it's
We're just
edging.
waiting. We're